Hey guys, if you're looking for the best workshop items in Jurassic World Evolution 3, this is the video for you. I'm running through the most genius ideas you can download right now, and I'm ranking these in order as well, so they get even more mind-blowing as the video goes on. Make sure to keep watching until the end for my absolute favourite, and trust me, you will want to download that one. Let's go. You are looking at the Middle Earth map, and it's absolutely incredible. It features several iconic locations from The Lord of the Rings. So this build is by creator Bonnie2132, and they actually left a comment under one of my videos saying to check this out, and I've been waiting to do so, and I'm really surprised by just the detail on offer. So this right here is a fully working small amenity, and it's called the Tavern. And not only do we have this pub, but also the Hobbit houses as well, built into the ground. I love the way they've covered it with the earth here. Pretty sure this is Frodo's house. But that's not all, because the Lord of the Rings map extends way beyond Hobbiton or the Shire. Because if we go over here, we have Isengard, a fully recreated tower. And I believe this is the tower of... Is it the... It's been a while since I watched Lord of the Rings. The white one, the white wizard. Or is it the grey wizard? It's one of the two. But he's in this tower here. Oh, look, I haven't even noticed this before. We have the pterodon statue, which I believe is meant to resemble one of the eagles. Or is it one of the moths? Oh my god, it's been like 10 years since I watched this. But still, I remember this this tower. Plus, the woods which were chopped down to fuel the tower, and that angered the Ents, and the Ents came and flooded the whole thing. I remember. And that's not all, because we have, what is this? This is Minas Tirith. So they've actually modelled a visitor centre, remodelled it in the form of Minas Tirith. And this is, of course, from Return of the King. The king resides in this castle at the top, and we've got the garden here, which someone had a vision that was on fire, I think. And then the king plunges all the way off here to the ground below. Sorry for the spoiler. That's just what happens. And each brick is just fully accounted for. They've built this brick by brick. The paint job is quite new and sparkling, much more than it was in the films. But I guess we can call this, maybe it's had a paint job in the intervening years. So really detailed Minas Tirith there. But there is one more location that really caught me by surprise. And I love this little touch here. We have Khazad-dûm, which is, of course, the cave from the first film, The Fellowship of the Ring. And as we go in, what do we see here? We have a Balrog. We have a flaming Balrog on the bridge. This is not a Balrog. This is a Carnotaurus statue, which they've put to amazing effect, just putting some flames on the back of it, so it looks just like the Balrog. That caused Gandalf to fall to his doom. I love this map. So that's just the first Genius Workshop item in this video. If you're enjoying it, please hit that like button. That would massively help me out. And scan the QR code to join my Patreon for exclusive clips and help support this channel. Thank you very much. You can now create your dream Star Wars park in Jurassic World Evolution 3 thanks to these incredible workshop creations. So first of all, the AT-ATs. This is from The Empire Strikes Back, where it made its debut, and they're the only AT-ATs because I guess they take so long to build. But there's a few really cool details, like you'll notice the little turret here on the side. This is it's not a real turret. This is actually a fuel box, and that's very, very ingenious there. And we also have TIE fighters as well. So they've made these TIE fighters. They're kind of flickering. I think it's a bit of a glitch, but we can go ahead and call this cloaking technology. And you will have noticed the Death Star in the sky. Check out how massive that thing is. It's a little optical illusion going on there. It's not actually that big. I've just moved it closer to the ground. So let's go and zoom in to this Death Star. You can see it's not really in space. It's just hovering over the forest. So it is a tiny Death Star, but it's still massive in terms of Jurassic World Evolution 3 items. And as you can see, they built this square by square painstakingly. This is an amazing creation. Not only that, but of course you can move it wherever you want. So let's select it here. And let's see what happens when you do have to select the whole thing. So it's so big, you kind of have to zoom out like this with a different camera. But if we paint the whole thing, And now we can move it, advance move, and then just raise it into the sky. Oh, I've raised a few rocks as well. Maybe it's got some kind of tractor beam technology going on here. If we do that, we can raise it all the way up. And now it's just a nice little presence over our parks. The creator has even included a fun little Easter egg when you transition to night. So if we zoom into the eye of the Death Star, you can see it's glowing green. And this is a reference to the powerful tractor beam that emerges from the eye of the Death Star when it's in range of a planet, such as Alderaan. So yeah, have your own super weapon in your parks, courtesy of this fully operational Death Star. I've chosen this area, this map, because it kind of resembles Endor to me from Return of the Jedi. So that's a cool little thing. But there's another landscape you can use in a very Star Warsy way, which is Tatooine. Thanks to the workshop, you can now visit Tatooine. Well, this isn't really Tatooine, this is actually the Nevada desert, but it might as well be Tatooine thanks to these very Tatooine-like buildings. We also have the Starfighter as well. This is Anakin's Starfighter on the ground, and it even emits smoke, and it has these flames coming out the back. Back to these buildings, we have actual fully functional Tatooine-like buildings. So we have this, which is a small amenity, and we have these, which are medium amenities. And I believe one of these is even a restroom. Yes, these kind of dome-like buildings are restrooms. So these aren't just props. If you wanted to create a Star Wars-themed land in your dinosaur parks, you can use these buildings and make it right there. The only thing is these kind of look out of place in any other biome other than the Nevada desert. And you will have to make it look like Tatooine by using the brush tool. So originally, it does have a few trees and things like that. But you want to make it look desert-like because this was set in Tunisia. So I like to use this painting tool and just paint out all of the shrubbery like so, just to make it look a bit more desert-like. And you can also raise up the ground or flatten the ground so you can take out these water bodies of water because there is no water in the desert. But other than that, yeah, you can create your very own fully functional Tatooine in this game thanks to these incredible workshop uploads. Even got a little R2-D2 there. Yoda's Starfire as well, which is decked out in Yoda green. There's one last thing adding to the Star Wars extravaganza. It is Jabba's Palace. Yep, someone has created a full 1-to-1 scale of Jabba's Palace in all of its glory, and you can really appreciate the scale when you go down into first person. Absolutely massive. Maybe it's got a Rancor inside waiting to pounce, maybe it doesn't. Or you could probably add your own Rancor in the form of a Spinosaurus or a Indoraptor. Those might be even more terrifying than a Rancor. But yeah, make your own Tatooine in this game with all of these items now available on the workshop. If you're looking for fun fencing options in Jurassic World Evolution 3, I have 2 words for you: laser fences. These fences are a futuristic alternative to the usual boring concrete and electrified cable fences, and yeah, they just make it look very cyberpunk indeed. So if you're trying to create a futuristic looking theme park, definitely go for these laser fences. They are absolutely impenetrable, even from the fiercest dinos, such as Indominus Rex. And helpfully, the creator has actually uploaded a bunch of different laser fences. So this is the standard laser fence, very, very bulky. We also have the corner laser fence, so you can build in 2 different directions. And we have the viewing gallery laser fence. So they've made their own viewing gallery here with a fence on the side, and our viewers and guests can see through the futuristic viewing gallery into this enclosure. So yeah, it would look really good if you just had a bunch of enclosures all with their own laser fences and completely reduce the chance of dinosaurs to escape. No siree, no dinosaur will escape this park. We've learned from all our mistakes and it won't happen again. Now, if you really want to go full Tron, I recommend pairing this up with this Tron-inspired activity center. So we have this neon piping around the side, And your guests will actually use this. This is a fully working activity center. And in addition to that, we have this neon flavored maintenance facility as well. So fully custom made maintenance facility, and this pairs up really well with this red laser fence. So you can make your parks come alive at night with these neon Tron-like buildings. And let's not forget this holographic science center. This is one of my favorite futuristic builds in the game. This advances the technology in Jurassic World by about 50 years thanks to these very realistic holograms coming out the top. Again, no idea how they made these. There's a roaming Indominus Rex there. Let's ignore that. But the way they've got these sort of holograms emanating out to the sky really takes your path in that futuristic direction. And when you combine this with these neon lights here, thanks to the glowing laser fence, and this Tron-inspired building here, and this one here, yeah, you really can make your park come alive at night. There really aren't enough futuristic items in the game to pick from, but now on the workshop there's at least a few, and it's coming along there. We have a few futuristic items that you can pick just to future-proof your park. This one is by the creator Dip Multiversal YT, and it's a recreation of the Creation Lab from Jurassic World, the game. So it serves as a functional science center for synthesizing dino DNA and researching new park attractions. It's actually part of an ongoing series from this creator, recreating buildings and decorations from Jurassic World, the game. So not only do we have this, we also have the solar greenhouse, and this is a recreation of the solar greenhouse from Jurassic World, the game. However, this one is a non-functional scenery piece, so it's not actually functional, but I mean, it adds to your park nonetheless. Here's a map that lets you build in the middle of the ocean. It's called Custom Island, and it's by the creator Indiana Jones. Now, according to their description, this is a custom generated island that allows you to create your own island from scratch in an area completely surrounded by the open ocean. The way they did this is crazy. So they utilized a glitch map that gives you complete access as though this were a regular square map, and you can build right up to the edge of this arena just in the open ocean. You're probably wondering what you can actually do with this place. You can have a bunch of ocean dwelling creatures, or you can terraform your own custom made island. The main thing that you want to start off doing is raising the terrain to make your own island. So let's see how that looks. So we can raise it up here, create an island, and just create our own custom landmass. So let's say you wanted to create Island Nubar from the first film. You can totally do that using this blank slate. And a lot of players were sort of crying out for Frontier to make a blank ocean slate for them to build in. And there isn't an official one, but now we don't need one. We have this unofficial open ocean map from this creator. Well done, Indiana Jones. One thing you could use this open ocean map for is military warships. This is by the creator Plesiosaur Dork, and it's an Incheon class frigate ship. I know nothing about warships, but apparently this is super realistic. It comes with the description: the Incheon class frigates were the lead batch of ROK's future frigate experiments, replacing the aging Pohang and Olsen classes. So this guy who created this knows what he's talking about. In fact, this is not the only one he created. He's actually got 4 realistic frigates. So we have the Rokon Incheon class frigate ship. We also have the Rokon Chungnam class frigate, and I apologize because I'm butchering these names a lot. We also have, in addition to that, the Rokon Daegu class frigate ship, and we have the Rokon Olsen class frigate naval ship. So let me know down in the comments, guys, what nation has these ships. I'm not quite sure, and I really can't believe how well they've made these. I just wouldn't expect a game like this to support the building of these 1-to-1 scale warships, but apparently it does. So those were the most genius workshop items in Jurassic World Evolution 3. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any workshop items of your own that you want to plug, do share that down in the comments. I might feature you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.